My next guest tonight plays Phoebe's boyfriend on Friends, and you also know him from such films as Clueless and The Cider House Rules. His latest film, The Shape of Things, opens tomorrow in select cities. Let's take a look.
Were you nervous before? I mean, about us with the video.
Oh, not really. A bit.
Sure.
Yeah, it's just, let's not watch it, okay? Do we have to do that?
Oh, not if you don't want to.
Good, because I don't think I could get into that, actually.
See, I'm totally different. I think everyone should see themselves doing it, and their friends should see it, too.
Please welcome Paul Rudd. Thanks for coming. Get out of here. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's all going so well for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not asking, I'm telling you. It really is. It's going very well for you.
Well, thanks.
And in addition to all the other work you do now, you really are the seventh friend when you think about it. Of the friends, you're now the seventh friend.
It's a pretty strange feeling to be, you know, it's Central Perk hanging out with the friends, and I do consider myself the seventh friend.
Right.
They're all great.
Did you go to Matt LeBlanc? It was in all the tabloids. He just got married. Did you go to that wedding?
No. They're all
No,
actually they're all great except Matt LeBlanc.
Yeah. And
I don't really.
He's
care
a cruel and cold man. Yeah. No, you didn't go to that. Well, I understand that people are talking about next season might be the last episode or last season of Friends, but you have an idea for a spinoff. Is that right?
Well, I thought of it while I was working on the show and ran it by the producers, and I think it should just be called Friend. And just me.
It's just you.
And I could play in a fountain in the beginning, just spin an umbrella and.
Just you alone. Can I tell you something? The fountain sequence won't be the same when one guy is doing it alone.
I'll be there for me.
Yeah. That's a better song. I like it. You've thought this out. Good for you.
Yeah. Well.
Things are going so well for you. You're getting invited to all the big events now. Getting to... You get to do late night with Conan O'Brien. As your fame increases, though, you're getting to go to the big charity events. Because those are
it's
the
weird.
ones...
They invite you to.
Because there's the little charity events, like, can you come to our cookie sale or our brownie sale?
But now there's charity events and things where they say, we'll send, we'll give you a plane ticket.
Which is, see, it's just weird because it's a charity event.
I know. I went to one. Funny story. I went to.
Really?
Well, speaking of charity events, I went to.
Talk show awkwardness. I always break into the talk show awkwardness stance when I have to. Sorry. I love it.
Yeah. You can get on the table and do it.
Make
later. Mark.
Yeah. Oh, I can't believe. Look at that. She ruined it. Oh, look at that. Anyway.
That really. That's not coming out.
No, that's not coming out. And this desk cost me $90. But anyway, more about charity events.
So, anyway, I get invited to this charity event.
What kind of charity event, Paul?
Well, Conan, it was a... it was a charity event for spinal injuries. It was for the Christopher Reeve Foundation.
Right. It's a good cause.
I was a little thrown because it was a ski classic.
Right.
Which seemed really kind of...
Yeah.
little...
Right, it shouldn't maybe do this for spinal injuries. Yeah.
Right, I mean, it's like, what better way to kind of support the cause than, shoot down a mountain at 70 miles per hour.
Right. Are you a good skier?
No, not at all. But I love it, and I've been a few times, but I'm not really very good. And I told them, I said, I'm not really a good skier. I don't know what this classic entails, but they said, oh, so many people are not really skiers. It's just you ski for a couple of days. They have, fundraisers and an auction and all of this stuff. And so I got there and then found out that there were races, and they had races. They matched
You don't mean like the races where you go through around the
slalom, like down
around the flags?
yeah. And so they would pair a celeb
Right.
up with God, I said it, didn't I?
You said celeb.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So they would pair up a celeb with like an Olympic skier, and then people who paid money to ski on the team, and everybody's really good, and I'm terrible.
Right.
And,
right.
and I said, oh God, I don't know if I can do that, but I gave it a shot, and I was like going up the hill, and there were like these snowboarders like, dude, clueless, yeah, and then I went up and I fell 12 times. and then I get to the bottom, I was like, man, you suck.
The same clueless guys are now giving you a hard time?
Yeah, and I didn't realize this, but it like filmed it all for television. And
I bet you it's going to be the most watched television event of all time.
But we had like several runs, and you would get, they would, I was just going to say they handicapped us, but that wouldn't sound very good, would it? But they essentially... And look,
More talk show awkwardness.
I don't mean to sound offensive.
No.
I love Christopher Reeve.
Right,
He's a Superman.
Yeah.
I just thought of that right now.
He just thought of that right now.
He's a Superman. and so...
That's his Jewish cousin, Superman.
That's right.
The Superman's over in Long Island.
Oh, right. Have you met Larry Superman? He's very strong, and he needs healthy meal.
Let me ask you, we're talking about celebs. You grew up in Kansas, okay? You grew up in Kansas. I don't imagine...
This is why I'm such a good skier.
Yeah. I can't understand what went wrong. Someone give me a push.
Wait a minute, Jewish from Kansas?
Yeah.
He must be a great skier.
Yeah. We'll pair him up against an Olympic athlete. You grew up in Kansas. You're not seeing any celebrities there, are you? I mean, because I grew up in Boston, and I think I saw one celebrity Robert Urich was the only celebrity I ever saw growing up. I saw him on the street.
I saw him in Vegas once. That's another terrible joke.
I'm calling the police on you and having you taken away.
Not really. It was always exciting. Actually, when I moved to Los Angeles, when I left Kansas, I went to the University of Kansas, and I left to go out and break into the biz.
Right.
In Los Angeles.
You showbiz phony.
You know, these terms, they just come when you're working on Friends.
Right. And you're a celeb.
And you're a celeb, and you're going to all the classics.
Yeah.
But I got a job. I think I was telling you last time I was here that I used to DJ and MC bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs, and which is another whole awful segment. But I did weddings too, and birthdays, and I got to meet Neil Diamond at a birthday party.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
And you were a young guy, hadn't probably met anybody before.
I was not even a year in Los Angeles, and you have to go around and really get everybody excited about the party. And Neil Diamond was sitting by himself, and I walked over and I said, "Hey, Mr. Diamond, you having fun tonight?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, more importantly, are you wanging Chung tonight?"
What?
I'm pretty sure that's the song that might have been playing at the time.
At the time, right.
Hopefully, otherwise it was...
Right. Otherwise, he would you think you were insane.
Well, he looked at me kind of thoughtfully and just said, "Well, I try and wang Chung every night."
Good for Neil Diamond.
All right.
Neil Diamond.
That was my brush with greatness.
Neil Diamond's cool, yeah. He's probably still talking about you as the ass that came up to him at a birthday party. And he said, "Wang Chung." No. The Shape of Things opens tomorrow in select cities. And it's always nice having you on the program. You're
Thank
a good
you very
man.
much.
Paul Rudd, everybody. We'll be right back with John Fryer. Sold his life on eBay. Got it back. Stick around.